Hi everyone, Sayla here from SM Strategies, back with your Tip Tuesday tip of the week. If you've been following along, we've been going through a series of videos that have been tips of things I learned at Social Media Marketing World. However, today I actually got a suggestion for a tip topic from somebody that I met at Social Media Marketing World. So I feel like it's still super relevant. And it's especially relevant to the time today with all that's going on with the COVID virus. So yes, please excuse the hair. I think we're all gonna have a little bit of wild looking hair during this time of staying at home. But I think we should kind of make it a movement, hashtag wild hair, along with that hashtag stay home, right? So today I'm going to be giving you some super valuable information on the Facebook pixel. So a lot of people have said they don't really understand it, they don't know why it's important, and they don't know how to use it. This is super important, especially right now. The great thing about Facebook Pixels is that it actually tracks all of your leads and all of your sales that are happening through your Facebook ads, but as I'm going to show you, you can actually see some of the metrics across the board. This is really important because it's going to track every single person who has come and landed on your landing page, and then it knows exactly what they have done from there. What's great about this is you can use this right now for your prospecting ads. So you can launch less expensive prospecting ads, and then you can retarget to them when people might be more likely to buy. So if you have been hit really hard by the current season that we're in, have no fear. You can set this up on your own as a business owner, and it will be hugely valuable now and down the road. So let's just go ahead and get started. I'm going to show you exactly how to set one up, and then I'm also going to show you some of the things that you can do with your Facebook pixel. So let me just share my screen with you so that you can see where I'm working from. Cool. So hopefully right now you can see my screen. I am in Facebook right now in the events manager under one of the accounts that has let me show you guys how to do this today. So as you can see, if you go back to your all data sources, this is if you go up here into the main screen. If you're in one of these other ones, you can just toggle down to events manager. You see here, this is where your pixel is. So this is how you know if you have one or don't have one. It should be connected to your ad account. Now, I want to let you know that it could be possible that your page has a pixel on it. You just don't have permission for it. So how you'll know if you have a pixel is if you're on your website. So I'm going to use the same one that we'll be talking about today, which is actually my fabulous sister's store. You can see here on Download Mercantile, I have this Chrome extension called Facebook Pixel Helper. You can see here that she has her pixel installed, and if I was to add this to my cart or do anything with it, you could actually see the events being tracked right here. So this is a very helpful tool to know if you have one, if you don't have access to it. If you have it and you have access to it, you should see it right in here. If you don't have one and you don't have access to it, then you need to create a new pixel, which you go right here, add new data source, Facebook pixel, name it whatever you want, enter in your URL, so test pixel, and then you would enter in your URL, and then on the next page, it's going to give you a bunch of instructions. And what I'm going to show you today is how to use the partner integration. This works great if you have a Shopify store. So you'll just click this, it will give you the options for a Shopify store. And then as you can see here, it walks you through how to do it. I'm also going to show you. And then where to paste your pixel ID. So, and where to verify if it's working correctly. So as you can see here, this is the Facebook Pixel ID. So if you have a Shopify store, go ahead and follow along. If not, you can fast forward and I will show you how to do a few others as well. As you can see, I'm in the back end of her Shopify. I went down to online store preferences right here where it says Facebook Pixel ID is where I would paste that new ID, and I would change it right here if there's already one entered. It's pretty simple if you have a Shopify store. So that's how you do it. I'm going to exit out of it and go back to the original one right here. So here's the main page for your Facebook pixel. And what you can see here is actually all of your information. So this didn't necessarily just come from Facebook, and I want to make that clarification. If you have traffic coming from other sources, such as Google or organic search, like it's all going to show up in here. This is not necessarily just from Facebook, but it is very important information. It's important for me to see that 3.9 thousand people are landing and 848 people are viewing the content, and then people are dropping off as they go farther down the funnel, right? Like 29 people initiating checkout with 11 people purchasing. So this will determine what I decide to do with my Facebook ads. That's for another video. So this is how you see if it's up and running. You can also test it out. So if I want to make sure that my custom conversions are working, I can test out all of my events and see what's happening. And I can create a custom conversion up here. So if you have a specific event, say you're hosting a webinar or something, and it's very specific to what you are doing, you want to create a custom conversion right here. If I go over here, I can test my events. I already put in the website. I can open the website. It opens it in its own Facebook tab. And then from here, I can just kind of start playing around, right? If I want to make sure that it's working, I can go into something, look over here, see the page view, scroll back over, add this to my cart where it's up in my cart, pivot back over to here, you can see there's an add to cart. And if I was to go through the entire process, you would see a purchase. I recommend you go through the entire process because that way you know if it's working. Also, if it's a brand new pixel, make sure to warm it up a little, give it a little love. So go ahead and run a few purchases, either refund yourself or give yourself a 100% off zero coupon to just kind of warm up your pixel and make sure that it's working correctly. So that's how to set it up for a Shopify store and how to test your custom events. You can also set this up if you have a Shopify. So if we were to go back to that test pixel, create new data source, Facebook pixel, and then label it test again. So say you don't have a Shopify store, this is what you would do if it will load. There was where I clicked use integration. You can also just embed it into the header or the footer of your site. I guess I'm having some connectivity issues, but you can just go ahead and manually code it. So say you're using WordPress or some other form of site, that's how you can integrate it easily just using the code. Cool. So you can also check out your custom conversions here. I could make sure that everything's running correctly. And then of course, if I was in my pixel, I could show you if there are any sort of issues, they would show up in the diagnostics. And I can give people access to my pixel down here as well. And make sure you share it with your ad account or else it really won't work correctly. So yeah, that is how to create your pixel, how to set it up, and custom events and tracking. And like I said, pixels are so important. It's so important to know this data. And even if you are not in the place to make sales right now, it's a great place to start building up your audiences so that you can have traffic throughout the rest of the year. There's no way that we can set ourselves up for success without having a pixel. So if you don't have a pixel on your site, now is the time, and here's how to do it. Awesome. I hope you guys enjoyed today's Tips Tuesday. If you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to me or put your questions in the comments. Thank you so much and have a great rest of your week. And I will be back with another tip next week. Bye. Have a good day.